Android 1.0 2008. Android 1.0 was Google's first serious attempt at a mobile operating system. It launched with core apps like Gmail, Google Maps, and YouTube already built in. It introduced the notification system, which was revolutionary at the time. There was no on-screen keyboard yet, and the UI was basic, but the foundation was set, an open, customizable smartphone platform. Android 1.5. Cupcake 2009. Cupcake introduced features that made Android practical for daily use. It added the first on-screen keyboard, home screen widgets, and video recording support. This was also the first version to use dessert names. Cupcake transformed Android from a prototype into something people could actually use comfortably. Android 1.6. Donut 2009. Donut focused on expansion and compatibility. It added support for multiple screen sizes and resolutions, improved search across the phone, and expanded network support. This allowed Android to scale across different devices and carriers, helping it grow beyond a single hardware form factor. Android 2.0/2.1. Eclair 2009-2010. Eclair brought major UI improvements and performance upgrades. It introduced Google Maps navigation, multiple account support, and a better web browser. The interface became more polished, and Android started competing seriously with other smartphone platforms. Android 2.2. Froyo 2010. Froyo focused heavily on speed and performance. It introduced JIT compilation, making apps run faster, added Wi-Fi hotspot support, and allowed apps to be installed on SD cards. This release made Android feel noticeably smoother and more capable. Android 2.3. Gingerbread 2010. Gingerbread refined the user experience with a cleaner UI, better keyboard, and improved power management. It added NFC support and support for front-facing cameras. This version became one of the longest-running Android releases and powered millions of devices. Android 3.0. Honeycomb 2011. Honeycomb was a tablet-only Android version. It introduced the Holo design, the system bar, action bar, and the Fragments API. While it never reached phones, it laid the groundwork for large-screen support and future UI unification. Android 4.0. Ice Cream Sandwich 2011. Ice Cream Sandwich unified phone and tablet interfaces into one system. It introduced the Holo design language, face unlock, data usage controls, and the Roboto font. This version made Android feel consistent and modern across devices. Android 4.1 to 4.3. Jelly Bean 2012-2013. Jelly Bean focused on smoothness and responsiveness. Project Butter targeted 60 frames per second, making the UI feel fluid. It improved notifications, introduced Google Now, and enhanced accessibility. Android finally felt fast and polished. Android 4.4. KitKat 2013. KitKat optimized Android to run on low-end devices with limited RAM. It introduced immersive mode, voice activation with OK Google, and UI refinements. This release helped Android expand globally, especially in emerging markets. Android 5.0. Lollipop 2014. Lollipop was a massive redesign. It introduced Material Design, a new notification system, and replaced Dalvik with the ART runtime. It added 64-bit support and improved battery management. This version marked Android's transition into a modern operating system. Android 6.0. Marshmallow 2015. Marshmallow introduced runtime permissions, giving users more control over app access. It added doze mode for better battery life, fingerprint authentication APIs, and app links. Security and efficiency became major priorities. Android 7.0. Nougat 2016. Nougat brought split-screen multitasking, improved notifications with inline replies, and faster app installs. It introduced file-based encryption and better graphics support. Android became more productive and performance-focused. Android 8.0. Oreo 2017. Oreo cracked down on background apps to improve battery life. It added notification channels, picture-in-picture mode, autofill APIs, and faster boot times. This version fixed long-standing issues with app behavior. Android 9 Pie 2018. Pie introduced gesture navigation, adaptive battery, and adaptive brightness using machine learning. It added digital well-being tools and stricter background limits. Android started adapting to user behavior instead of just reacting. Android 10 2019. Android 10 focused on privacy and system modernization. It introduced system-wide dark mode, scoped storage, improved gesture navigation, and better location permissions. It also allowed core system updates through the Play Store. Android 11 2020. Android 11 prioritized communication. It added conversation notifications, chat bubbles, one-time permissions, and a built-in screen recorder. Media controls were redesigned, making everyday interactions smoother. Android 12, 2021. Android 12 delivered a major visual overhaul with Material U. The system adopted dynamic colors, larger quick settings, and new animations. Privacy indicators for camera and microphone improved transparency and trust. Android 13, 2022. Android 13 refined privacy and customization. It introduced notification permission prompts, per-app language settings, improved media permissions, and better tablet support. The focus was Polish, rather than reinvention. Android 14, 2023. Android 14 strengthened security and long-term device support. It improved background task handling, added predictive back gestures, enhanced health data integration, and refined large-screen experiences. Android 15, 2024. Android 15 emphasized stability and efficiency. It improved power usage, enhanced credential management, introduced partial screen sharing, and continued optimizing foldables and tablets. This release focused on reliability over flash. Android 16. Android 16 is expected to focus on faster updates, deeper system modularization, and improved large-screen productivity. Privacy and performance refinements continue as Android evolves its platform architecture. Android 17. Android 17 is expected to build on AI-assisted system behavior, stronger background limits, desktop mode maturity, and further modularization. The focus is likely stability, intelligence, and long-term ecosystem health.